What weapons would you create to fight an endless war against dragons? The giants of long ago answered this question when they created the Behir. Hello everyone and welcome to Mimic's Memory, the show where we go through the monster manual and tell you about all the monsters inside. On today's episode, the Behir. Described in the monster manual as a cross between a centipede and a crocodile. A Behir has a long, narrow head with two long horns used for preening, covered with thick, armored scales that range in various shades of blue. You may be thinking that this picture looks nothing like the description. That is because of the design change that was made with the release of the 5th edition monster manual. While the design looks more serpent-like, this is what a Behir actually looks like. Behirs are often mistaken for wingless blue dragons. While I can only speculate, I believe the change in design was done to make the creatures more unique and to highlight their serpent-like qualities. As the monster manual tells us that despite their 12 legs, Behir will actually fold their legs up to slither like a snake and move more quickly. Speaking of legs, Behir have 12 legs, each with 3 long claws on them, making them excellent climbers with a climbing speed of 40 feet. However, that is all their legs are good for. Behir are unable to use their claws in combat outside of when they have a target constraint. This is why you see both bludgeoning and slashing damage on the stat bar. Behir also swallow their food whole. Because of this, their teeth are like needles that point inward. Like most monsters that swallow their food whole, Behir have incredibly strong stomach acids. The acid is strong enough to melt metals, but not glass or crystal. There's actually a really good reason for that, and we'll get into it later. Behir have been the topic of many scholars in the D&D world, and because of this, we have surprisingly large amounts of information about them. Behir live in caves and high cliffs and are only ever found in warmer environments. This is because Behir are reptiles, and like all reptiles, they get their body warmth from the sun or other heat sources. During the winter months, Behir also take several days to digest a meal. During this time, they stay hidden in their lairs. It is not unlikely, however, to see a Behir roaming its territory during the day. Behir are ferocious predators that actively hunt their prey. While rarely seen after dark, they have been known to appear excitingly during severe storms. In fact, Behir have been seen playing on mountains during lightning storms in an attempt to be struck by the lightning. This also makes for a popular time for Behir to mate. Behir have an incredible lightning breath weapon, and though we don't know for sure how it works, we have some idea. Few scholars have dissected Behirs to find they actually have glass-like organs that float freely near the mouth. The organs rub together as the Behir moves, causing its electromagnetic reactions by the metals inside the organs. It is believed that the metals the Behir eat are the metals inside the organs. This also explains why Behir like copper so much. This reaction causes a buildup of electrical energy that sits ready to leap out of the Behir's mouth, should he open the specialized flap in it. It is also theorized that the proximity of the electrical organs provides small shocks to the Behir's brain, causing its violent mood swings. Behir are solitary creatures. However, during the spring months when storms are most common, Behir will meet up and mate. The female Behir will lay between 1 and 4 greenish-blue leathery eggs, which are then buried until they hatch. This is where researchers, however, seem to differ. Some say that it takes 8 months for the eggs to hatch, while others have claimed to have seen it take only a few weeks. Either way, shortly after the eggs are hatched, the parents kick the young out of the cave and into the world. This lack of parenting and the mere size of the newborn make it an easy target for predators. Because of this, Behir have become rather rare. But let's talk about the newborn Behirs for a minute. Born at only 2 foot in length, newborn Behirs only have 6 to 8 legs. As they increase in size, the other legs are actually grown as well. Newborn Behir are also born without their horns. The Behir will grow about 8 feet per year and reach full maturity around age 10. However, like most reptiles, Behir don't stop growing after maturity and often shed their hides. Living on average 40 years, Behir can grow to become hundreds of feet in length and gargantuan in size. Behir have a small level of intelligence and can be trained if captured within a year of hatching. Knowing Draconic, naturally it is possible to teach a Behir to speak in a simple form of common. But one must be careful, however. Behir have no sense of loyalty from one meal to another. The wild mood swings of a Behir are not something that can be bred out of you. A Behir may switch masters for something as simple as more food. A large enough Behir may see you as an easy prey and decide to make you its next meal. It is possible, however, to negotiate with a Behir, though often difficult. A Behir may allow passage into and out of its territory for food or even corn. If you find a Behir on your adventure, you may be disappointed to see a lack of items in its lair. This is because Behir don't keep keepsakes or hoards. If you wish to make money from killing a Behir, may I recommend taking its hide. The hide of a Behir can, on average, make 3 full sets of armor. And though this armor grants no special qualities, it is often prized for its beautiful blue color. The horns, heart, and talons can also be used to make scrolls of lightning bolt, neutralizing poison, and protection from poison. Well everyone, that's all I have today for Behirs. Join us next week when we continue our journey through the monster manual